So a few days ago, we played tape of the incoming White House press secretary calling all of us racist. Now, this should upset me. I mean, what did I ever do to her?
So there's so many ways that Fox News perpetuates racism and influences racism in this country, let alone the fact that Fox News was literally made to be a propaganda arm for the Republican Party and that they're one of the leading causes in why the Republican base is so insane today. Let's talk about just, a few examples of how Fox News is both racist and perpetrates racism within this country. So let's start with, good old Donald Trump. Just their constant endorsement of him, their continued endorsement and support of Donald Trump.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
Not only that, but let's also talk about how Fox News is constantly portraying Latino immigrants coming here. Basically, it's an invasion. They always use that word invasion, because that word implies ill intent.
They're just streaming across. This is a flat-out invasion.
You have a group of people that are invading the U.S. border.
It's the illegal invasion at our southern border.
That's an invasion.
It is an invasion.
Well, this is an invasion.
It's not people coming here trying to find a better way of life. Instead, they're making it seem like, oh, these people are going to invade your small town. They're going to come in. Next thing you know, I always use the trope of, if you've seen World War Z, where the zombies are like climbing and clawing all up the buildings to get into the city. That's basically the picture they paint of Latino immigrants coming here, like they're just rabid zombies invading the country, and you better watch out. And then how about, Tucker Carlson, the most popular man in cable news, the man who knows exactly what he does, the man who is constantly pushing the Great Replacement conspiracy, who has segment after segment where he talks about it, where he brings guests on, basically saying that the Democratic plot and ploy is to invite and swarm all these brown immigrants from all over the world, especially the southern border, the southern front, to just let them pile in here.
The America that we know and love doesn't exist anymore. Massive demographic changes have been foisted upon the American people. And they're changes that none of us ever voted for, and most of us don't like.
I'm not against the immigrants. I'm just for Americans, and nobody cares about them. It's like, shut up, you're dying, we're going to replace you.
Democrats who want to replace you, the American voters, with newly amnestied citizens.
They are attempting to replace us with citizens that they think, that are future citizens, that they think would be more amenable to voting for them.
Because first of all, not only will that, slowly dilute the white population, which is still over half the country, a decent amount over half the country. But also, more importantly, it's going to allow the Democratic Party to get more votes, even though people who don't have Social Security numbers can't vote, because they're not citizens. But, also can't get, the things from the welfare programs and what have you. But, we're just going to keep on saying that. And basically just making it seem like the whole point of the Democratic Party is to just make the country brown. I mean, this literally is what this man talks about continuously, which again is fear-mongering the Great Replacement theory. So again, how can you not say that Fox News is racist? And finally, let's talk about their constant usage of tokenism. Talking black people like Candace Owens, civil rights attorney Leo Terrell, and of course Diamond and Silk, who are no longer with them. But, their constant usage of people like that who do nothing other than two things. One, to talk down on black people in such a way that Fox News can't quite do as directly. People like Leo Terrell, Candace Owens, Diamond and Silk, they can do it more directly because then it's less, offensive. Well, it's still offensive, but, not quite the same way.
Truth number one, America is not a racist country. Truth number two, abortion is murder. Truth number three, racially motivated police brutality is a myth. It's simply a myth.
Not that they care about offending people, but it's just more useful, you see, for them to say that, no, the problem with the black community is it's just a matter of personal responsibility. These people are just lazy. They just don't want to raise their kids. They just don't want to work. They just don't want to take advantage of the American opportunities. And then, of course, also to bash the Democratic Party, to make it seem like, see, look, we have these people over here. We have these prominent individuals, these prominent political public figures who are on our side, on the Republican Party. But unfortunately, it just doesn't work. And, seeing like a max exodus of minorities into the Republican Party. But that's what they do nonetheless. So there's so many ways that Fox News perpetuates racism and influences racism in this country. And, that list will just go on and on. But today, I gave you those 3 examples.